Hey guys, Amanda here from SplitSum. So I'm recording this video so I can give you guys a comprehensive guide to all things SplitSum. I'm going to go through how to register your account, how to create contractors, how to create inventory items, how to create payment links, how to create point of sale payments, how to create tap to pay payments, and then cashiers, and then I'm going to go through some of the settings and the dashboard. So buckle up. So this is the registration form that you'll see when you receive an invite link. So, you've got email, you've got password, business name, industry, country, and the terms and conditions. So just a few fields that you need to set up here to create your admin account. So I'm going to enter an email address, and I'm going to now pick a password, and then I'm going to put the business name and the industry. And now I select my country. And here are the terms and conditions. You can read them all if you want, but you have to select them. So now when you click register, you'll see it says thanks for registering. Now you have to go check your email to verify your email address. So we're going to go over to the inbox, verify email address, and now it says you've successfully verified. So now you can go ahead and log in. And so now you are at the welcome screen. So you can see now that the account creation process is 25% complete. You've already obviously created your account, and you need to select your plan, add payment info, and then connect to Stripe. So yeah, you can see it's 25% complete. So you can't do anything else until you do all these options. So we're going to select a plan. So now we've got the different tiers. So tier one is basic, it's $17.99 a month. You get the host point of sale interface, one admin account, five contractor accounts, secure payment links, tap to pay on iPhone, Android, and Stripe card reader integration for PIN entry and tips. So you can start the 14-day free trial there, or now we've got tier two, which is $29.99 a month. You get a hosted point of sale interface, one cashier account, up to 10 contractor accounts, secure payment links, tap to pay, and Stripe card reader integration. And then now we have tier three extra, which is $39.99 a month. You get the hosting, up to three cashier accounts, up to 20 cashier accounts, contractor accounts, secure payment links, tap to pay, unlimited card reader integration, um, which the other ones you can only have one. And then product catalog, which it says coming soon there, but it's actually ready, so I need to fix that. So I'm just gonna select tier three so I can show you everything. And so now this is where you add your credit card details. You will not be charged until after the 14-day free trial, so don't worry about that. But you do need to put in your card information, and this is, a Stripe form here. So I'm just gonna put in the Stripe test card details because we're on our testing server. And now our plan is activated, and it's going to redirect back to the welcome screen. And now you can see our account is currently in the 14-day trial period. So now I'm going to show you how to connect to Stripe, which is the last process of the welcome screen creation. You can see we're 75% complete right now, so that's the last step. So I'm going to walk you through that. There's a couple steps involved in connecting your Stripe. So we click Connect to Stripe. And now we see the Stripe settings page where at the top we have API keys. So we need restricted and publishable keys. So we'll need to add them here. And then we've got webhook instructions. So this looks a bit daunting, but there's only two webhooks and I'm going to walk you through it. And you only need to do it once. So now we're going to add Stripe keys. So you can see publishable key and restricted key. Publishable key is the easier one to add, so that's at the top here. Now, if you see at the top, the description says developer tab, click the developer tab and API keys. But if you click this button, you'll go directly to the page in Stripe, in your Stripe account. Now you can see the keys here. I'm going to turn on test mode because we're on our testing server. So now you see standard keys here and publishable key there. So you're going to copy that. So click to copy. Then we come back here and we press paste. So that's the publishable key. Now we need to do the restricted key. So there's a few steps involved here. You can see it's down here. I've already added this, but I'm going to click do the create just to show you. So I'm going to go back here. I'm just going to quickly copy the URL just for ease here. So I'm going to click here, copy the URL. Now I'm going to go back. So you click create restricted key, and now you want to provide this to another website, and then you're going to click continue. So now in under name, you're going to add SplitSum, and then we're going to paste the URL, and we're going to click customize permissions for this key, and click continue. So now you've got all the permissions for this key that you want to give. So I'm going to do some blanket permissions here. So we need permission to read and write for Connect on all core resources here. We need to add write permission for Connect checkout resources. So we're going to need this one as well, billing resources. So we're going to do write permission for the Connect accounts. And then we need all Connect resources, click write. So we're going to need issuing, so write on both of those. And then we need identity, so we're going to have to tick these individually. And we're going to need payment links, so we're going to have to tick that on the Connect accounts. And we need terminal, so we're going to have to tick that on both, make sure it's ticked on both. And that's it. So now you'll select create key. I'm not going to actually do it because we're on a testing server, but you would click create key. Um, and then you would be redirected back here, and the new key would be here. So you're going to click it to copy, and now you're going to go back to SplitSum and paste it in the field below. And then you click submit. So now that's done, your keys are in, you don't have to do it ever again. It's a one-time thing. So now we're going to do the webhooks. So I'm going to show you the webhooks now. So I'm going to quickly just copy this URL here by clicking this button. And I'm going to go visit the webhooks page. This will take you directly to your Stripe settings. So I'm going to put on test mode now because we're in test. And you click add endpoint. So now you paste that URL up in here. And the first one we're going to do is events on connected accounts because there's only one. If you go back over here, you can see events on connected accounts option, and then we want the account updated event from the option. So we go down here, select events. Under account, we click account updated, and that's the first one. So you add event there. I'm not actually going to save it because we've already got this saved on the testing server. But then we're going to go back now and do the second. So we have to do this all again. So steps 1 to 3. So we're going to click add endpoint. We're going to paste the URL again. We're going to leave events on your account because these are the ones on the main account. So we're going to select the events here. So now there's a list. So I'm going to copy and paste these for ease. So I'm going to copy each one, and then I'm going to paste it in here and then tick the box. So I'm going to go through that for all of these. And so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to save this because we've got one in there, but the webhook we have in there is incorrect. So I'm going to show you what that would do and how you then edit it. So I'm just going to cancel here. And I'm going to go back. And you see this test webhooks button. I'm going to click that. And you can see now the endpoint is not correct with the type account. So that's the one I was just showing you. So we go back over here, we find you won't have as many in here, but this is just us testing. So you find the right one, that's connect. Um, so we're going to go up to account here, click on this. And now in here, we're going to go over to the right here, these three dots, and click update details. And so you can see there's only one that's in here, so we need to add all the other ones. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to go through the list, and we're going to add them all in. So the first one's in, so we're going to start with the second one. So you paste it and you select it there, and now you can see it's on the list. So now we're going to go through for each one, copy and paste, and then select it. Ideally, if you've done this right the first time, you won't have to see this screen, but I thought it would be a good idea to show what this actually would be like. So now we test and we can see success. Our webhooks are set up correctly. So now things will update. You don't have to do this ever again. You can just leave this and you're done with that. So now you're ready to start taking payments, but first I'm going to show you to create contractor accounts. So we click contractor accounts here, and now you can see we are subscribed to tier 3, which enables us to 20 contractor accounts. So to add a contractor account, you can click this button or you can click the button on the menu. So this is the add contractor form. You can see that down here, this Stripe account ID. Most of you will probably not need to use this. This is just if you have Connect accounts already added. Store fee percentage is just the fee that you want from your contractor. So I'm going to go through and fill this out. So I'm going to add in just my details here, my email address. Just going to do a fake one. And then I'm just going to put a random mobile number. Obviously, you want to use the correct details. And then percentage, we do 60/40 at the shop. But if you want to split the fee, you could just put like a decimal point here. So I'm going to do like 0.75, which would be half of the fee. And Stripe account ID, we're just going to leave blank and click create. And now you can see I've successfully added Amanda. Now I'll need to complete account verification and Stripe onboarding to begin accepting payments in SplitSum. So they've been sent an email with the email address that you put in, and you can resend the email or delete them if you want, but you can see them here as pending. Now you could begin accepting payments just to your business, but if you want to split, which I'm guessing you do, you can't do that with a contractor until they are successfully onboarded. So until this says complete or connected. So now I'm going to show you how the contractor onboards. So this is what your contractors will see. This is the email that they're going to receive. So it's an invitation to join, and you can click to accept the invitation. I'm just going to copy this and do this in a private window here. So this is what you'll see. It says, hey, we Three Kings has asked you to join their platform. So you'll need to create a password, um, and then you'll have to tick the terms and conditions. You can read them here, but you'll have to accept them. And then you click create account. So now you can continue to log in. So they'll put in their credentials. And then they're going to have to get a two-factor authentication code to their email address. Their main account does this as well, but not on the first login. So you paste the code and you verify, and now you're in. So now you see this welcome screen. It says, you can see I'm the contractor here, and there's many less options here. And you can see it says Three Kings is the organization. So you need to onboard with Stripe so you can receive funds into your bank details. So we're going to do the onboarding now. So you click complete onboarding. And so now this is the Stripe onboarding page to your platform. I'm in test mode, so I'm going to use test data, but obviously they would be using their real data. So we can do the test code here. They verify their phone number. So now the country, You pick your country and type of business. Contractors will generally be a sole trader individual, so click that and continue. And now you're going to need to add in personal details. So legal name, your email address, and date of birth. I'm just going to put a random date in here. Then you want to put in your home address. Again, this is what the contractors will do, all of your contractors, and they only have to do it once. I'm going to put the shop address here, and then I'm going to put this test phone number here. And now click continue. So now you have to put the business details. You'll need to set your industry. So we're going to go down to services. Obviously, if you're a hair salon, you could select one of those. But for tattoo, we're going to select other personal services. And then you have to put well, you should put a website. I tell my guys just to put the Three Kings website. If they have their own, they can put it. It's not super important, but you want to put something in here. So I'm just going to put Three Kings London and click continue. And so now this is where they add their bank details. So they have to put sort code, account number. I'm just going to do these test details, and then you continue. So now you review all your details and submit. So now you've been onboarded. So if we click over to the dashboard here, so now you can see the welcome screen is gone. I've got some menu options here. The recent activity, there's nothing in here yet. Obviously, you can create payments, so you can create a payment link. So we use this for deposits, but you can create a link by just putting details in, so the amount and then a description and click create. And then this will split the 40.75% that I already set for this account. So now it takes you to payment activity. You can see the link's been created. You can view it. You can copy it. Um, you can filter this page so you can see, stuff that you've been split with. If you go to my account, you can see it's controlled by Three Kings. If you want to edit your account, you can change your name, email address, password, profile photo, um, that's pretty much it. That's basically all the account can do. You can view your Stripe Express dashboard by clicking there, which will just give you a little bit more context about your account balances, and you can change your bank details and all that. So now if we go back to the admin account and refresh, we can see now this account is active. So you can now split payments with this account. If you want to edit it, you can do so there. So the edit. You can change the name and the percentage. That's it. Everything else you can't change at this point. So the percentage can be changed anytime. Now you can disable the account. So if I click disable, now you can't split anything with this account. Well, I'm going to enable it again. You also have a delete option here. So the thing to note with delete is that if you have any payments that have been split with this contractor, once they've been deleted, it'll say deleted user instead of their name. So that might mess up your sort of records. So we recommend just disabling the account. What I will say is that if you do want to delete an account, a contractor account, their balance has to be 0 in Stripe first. Otherwise, it won't delete. So now I'm going to show you the permissions for the contractors. So we go to users. Now we scroll down user permissions. So contractor accounts by default, they can create their own payment links and they can view their own payment activity. You can change that here by ticking that off. But if you change that, they really can't do too much. So it's really up to you. But you have that control over your contractor accounts, and that's where you change it. So that's contractor accounts, and you can start splitting payments with them, and they can create their own payment links. So now I'm going to show you inventory. So inventory items are able to have a custom split with your contractor. So the split takes precedence over the contractor's default split. To add an item, you just click Add Item here. You put in the price of the item, a description of the item, and then you select the contractor account you want to split with if you want to split it. Then you put the fee percentage, and I'm going to put here with half of the transaction fee. And then if you want to track it, you click Track. I'm going to just put 10 here, and then you can add a photo if you want for ease of use. So you save it, and now you can see your item is in there. We got the name, description, um, the amount and the quantity. And yeah, that's how you add your inventory items. So you can edit them here, disable or delete them. So you can add whatever inventory items you want. You can add actual physical items. You can add specific services, anything where you want a custom split with your contractor that is separate from the split that you have within the contractor settings. You can add that as an inventory item. So like tattoo shops might have piercers and they might have a different split for jewelry. Hair salons might have different split for different services or products. And you can also have no split on any item that you want so that the business takes 100% of the profit. So now I'm going to show you payment links. I'll cover point of sale payments in another video, but that is basically sending a payment to an external device. Payment links create a standalone link which you can send to the customer, and tap to pay is only available on Android currently, hopefully iOS very soon. So to create a payment link, click here, add payment link, and you'll see this form here where at the top it says to contractor and to inventory item. The page defaults to contractor. Now this is a basic page where you can send a basic payments to say like for tattoo or hair salon, whatever, you'd put your amount in, your description, which can be blank, but I would put it in because it'd be on the receipt, and then you select your contractor. Now this will take the split from the contractor's settings. So if you're happy with that, then you can click create and create your payment link. If you want to do an item, you click here, you search for your item, you select it, and you then can change the quantity, or you can even edit the price from there. Um, and then you can remove the item that if you need to. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to create a payment link for 4 of these. I'm just going to hit create link. And then you can see there at the top your payment link has been created, and there's the link there. You can also see it below and see it as pending, see the amount, who it's split with, and you can see that it's pending. We have 2 pending links in here. And you can then view it, copy the link URL, or disable the link. And you can see there's no date here because it hasn't been paid. So yeah, it's just in there as pending. So I'm going to view link. So now this is where you see what the customer will see. So when you send this to the customer, this is what they're going to see. We're in test mode here, so that will obviously not be there. And now the client can choose to pay with Apple Pay, with Pay with Link, or they can enter all their details in manually. So I'm just going to enter in the Stripe test card here. Now, don't worry about Klarna here. You'd have to have that enabled for it to show here. This is just the test page. So now when the client is ready with all their information, they will click pay and the payment will be processed. And now you'll see the payment's been processed. It'll show on the statement as Three Kings Tattoo for £100. So now we go back to SplitSum, we can refresh the page and we can see that this payment has been completed. And now if we go over to the contractor's account, and we refresh the page here, you'll see the contractor now can see that their payment link is been paid, and then the monthly volume will start tallying up their amount that they've earned. And this is obviously minus half of the fee because we included that in their percentage. And now if we go to payment activity, you can see that payment has been completed, but the other one still is pending. So now if we go back to the admin's view, I'm just going to go in here and view this payment link again and pay it. So again, this is the customer's view. So they will do the same thing, enter in their card details. Now this page is a Stripe page, so you can customize it in Stripe, just the colors and the logo. And you can do that in your Stripe account. So I'm just going to process this payment. And that's all set now. So now if we go back into SplitSum, we give it a refresh, we can see now that payment link has been paid as well. And if we go back to the contractor's account, we give this a refresh. Now you'll see there's two things into recent activity and the monthly volume has gone up. And now if we go to payment activity, you'll see these two items in here that are complete. So yeah, that's payment links. I'm just going to close this window here. So now I'm back into the admin. And that's how you can create and have customers pay custom payment links. Hey guys, so now I'm going to show you how to deal with payments, point of sale payments, and adding devices. So I have to show you this on the live Three Kings website. So I am actually going to make payments, but I'm going to do them for really small amounts. Firstly, what I'm going to explain is the difference between point of sale and tap to pay. So point of sale payment means it sends to an external card reader. So we use this one in the shop. This is kind of like the mid-range sort of model. And you can find out more information about that on the website. So that's what point of sale payment gets sent to, any external device. Now, if you want to use tap to pay, you cannot do it within the web browser. You have to download the app. So right now the app is only available for Android, but it will become available for iPhone, hopefully very soon. So first I'm going to go through the point of sale payment. So to do a point of sale payment, you have to add a device. So I'm going to go down to devices and locations here. You can see I have already added the device here. And I have the locations here. So what I'm going to do quickly is just show you. Okay, so once you have imported your locations, you'll see them here. If you don't have a location imported, you can easily just add one here. So you just put the name, the address, yada, yada, and click create, and it'll be down there. So you need to do that first. Then you want to add your device. So when you click add device, you'll see device name, registration code, and location. This is the location that we just added, right? So we'll select that location here. If I'm going to add this device, I'll put, the name of it. So, you can call it whatever you want. I just use the name. So we'll call it Wise POSE. And the registration code. Now on this device, to get to the registration code, you have to go to the settings. So you go swipe this way, and you'll see a menu, device settings. So now you have to put in a code, and the code is the default, so it's all the outside numbers. So it's 07139. And so you have a bunch of options here. Click generate pairing code, and then you'll see some letters there. So you see it says exercise. What does that say? Can't even read it. But anyway, you'll see those three words. Those three words there, that is what you put down in registration code. So I'm going to do exercise J50
privacy. And then you click save. And click create, and it'll save it for you. So I'm not actually going to save this on. This is the testing server that I'm showing you this on. So yeah, I'm just going to swap over to the live site so I can show you how to actually take payments. But that's how you add the device. I'm not actually going to save it on here. And then if you want to enable tipping, you do that here. So if I go over to the live site, you'll see we have tipping enabled. We have our Stripe card reader in here. And then we have our locations down here. So now I'm going to go over to point of sale payment. So there's a couple steps involved. So first you want to find the device that's connected. You want to make sure it's like on and in range. This has to be connected to the same Wi-Fi as your website. So if there's any issues connecting, check the Wi-Fi. And you get to the Wi-Fi settings the same way you get to the generate code, but it's a different item in there. So you click discover. And now you can see my device is there, it's active, and I can connect. So I click connect. And so now you have this same payment screen that you had for payment links. You can make a payment straight to the contractor, which this will take the split from the contractor settings. Or you can go to inventory items. So here at Three Kings, we've got a bunch of different inventory items. You can select which one you want and go from there. What I'm going to do is just do a basic contractor payment. So I'm actually just going to do £1. So because I'm actually going to make the payment. So you don't have to leave a description, but I recommend leaving a description because then it'll be easier for you to manage and understand like what's actually being paid and what it's for. So I'm going to split this with myself. So you click send to device. Okay, now we swap over to the device. So you can see here, I have a tip screen. So you get the tip options, which is, 15%, 20, 25%, or custom. So the client can select what they want, or select no tip. I'll do 15% tip. So now you see it says to tap or insert. So what I'm going to do is, obviously you present this to the customer. So what I'm going to do is just pay for it with my watch so that you can see. So you see it's approved. And now we go back to the Three Kings website on SplitSum, and you can see here we have payment complete. You see the £1 plus the 15p tip. This is the date, time, test payment, and then you can click for the receipt. So if you click for the receipt, oh, my pop-up window is blocked. Okay. So this is the receipt. This is the basic Stripe receipt. So you can just see that there if you wanted to like print it or anything. And then you can go to view all payments. And now you see it's in there. If you wanted to email the receipt, you can email it here. So I'll just send that to myself. Anyway, so now the receipt has been sent. So that's a point of sale payment. Next, I'm going to show you the tap to pay. Okay, so next I'm going to show you the tap to pay. I'm going to just record the screen here so I don't have to keep holding this up. But you're going to download the app from the Google Play Store. And then when you open it up, this is what you see here. So you see the sign-in screen. If you forgot your password, you can request a new one here. You can also see our legal text. It also says below that you cannot register in the app. You have to go onto the website to do that. Okay, so I'm going to log in here. And as I said, with the point of sale payments, with the tap to pay, I have to demonstrate this on the live Three Kings site. So bear with me here. I'm just going to log in. Okay, so now when you've logged in here, you'll see tap to pay payment. And then there's a little description below which says that you can accept contactless payments with your Android device. Tap to pay requires a functioning NFC antenna on Android 11 or greater. So obviously you need an Android that can actually accept the payments. But those are the requirements. So to accept a tap to pay payment, you have to enable it first. So we're going to click tap to pay. And now it's asking you for a location. So if you have created your account and you immediately download the app, you will see no locations in here. You'll need to go into the website and add a location first. we have already added locations here, so we can select Three Kings Tattoo. So we're just gonna do that, and then it's gonna load. Okay, so now you can see this phone cannot be used for tap to pay payments. And now down here you see the same sort of form that you saw on the pony sale payments and the payment links. So you can do a payment to the contractor, which is the same sort of thing. You put in the amount, the description, and you select the artist, or you can do an inventory item. So I'm gonna do just an inventory item on here just to show. So the inventory items, you can change the quantity of them. And if you want to, even you can change the price. So let's just do 2 here. And I can actually change this and do, say I want to give like a discount. So I can do like £1.50. So let's say I'm happy with that and I want to accept the payment. So I click take payment. So now you see this this screen, which says tap behind the device. This is what you now present to the customer. So I'm gonna demonstrate this just paying with my watch with Apple Pay. So I'm gonna hold it behind here. And now it's complete. So you give it a minute to load, and it's £1.50. Ignore the trailing zeros not showing. We'll fix that. But yeah, so on that app with Tap to Pay, you can send the email receipt directly from here. So what I'm gonna do is you can just go here, and I can enter in. This is my, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna send the receipt. And that's it. And that's basically done, and you can come out here and you can see now it says your selected location, so you don't have to select location again. So next time you open the app and you want to take a payment, you just click tap to pay. And now it's connected, and you see the payment screen. So that's the app. That's basically all it can do right now. We will be adding some features soon, and eventually the full features will be within the app itself. But it's not there right now. So that's basically tap to pay.
So now I'm going to show you how to create a cashier account and give you a tour. So we see the users page. We can have 3 cashier accounts. So if we want to add one, we click this button here, and we can add a name. I'm just going to put shop reception for first and last name, and then you put in the email address. And just like with contractor accounts, there'll be emailed instructions on how to finish creating their account. So you click create, and now you can see the account's been added successfully, and now it's pending here. So quickly, I'm going to show you the permissions that are default. So they can create payment links, point of sale payments, and tap to pay payments by default. They cannot refund payments or manage inventory items by default. Obviously, this is because refunds are sensitive. You might not want to give them that permission. And inventory items, they can have percentages. So we don't have that on yes by default. If you want to change any of that, you can do that by going in here. So that's the user permission. So now I'm going to go and create the actual cashier account. So this is the email that your cashiers will receive. You can click the button to accept the invitation. I'm just going to copy this URL. So now this is the page. It's very similar to the contractors. So they have to create a password and check the terms and conditions. So you can read it here if you want. I'm going to tick that, create account. So now the account's been created and they can log in. Now they have to get their 2-factor authentication code. So we're going to copy this from the inbox, go back, paste it here, and click verify. So now this is the cashier's dashboard. You can see that there are some recent activity items here. They can create a point of sale payment or add a payment link, and you can see the options here are much less than the admin. So now if you go into contractor accounts, they can see the contractor that you've added, the email, the active. There's no options. If it's pending, they can send them the email again to sign up. That's it. And now if we click create a payment, this is a similar sort of page, just shows a few activity items and prompts you to create payments. Um, then you can see recent activity. If you view all, this takes you to payment activity. So they can see all the activity and the status and all that. They can do a few things. They can view the receipt. They can email the receipt. I'll show you the email receipt now. You can click that, enter an email address, and then click send. And the receipt link will be sent to the customer. So now you can, so with complete items, they can view receipt, email receipt. Then if we have, so like a refunded item, you can view the receipt because Stripe still has a receipt for refunded items. And then this pending, let's see, do we have any others? No. So that's basically all they can do in there. In account settings, you can see it's controlled by three kings, so they can't do anything. They can edit their name, email address, password, and profile photo here. But that's all they can do in my account. So if we go to create point of sale payment, you can see there's no readers found, but they don't have the option to add any. This is the payment link, so you can add a payment link to a contractor and split it. This will take the percentage from the contractor account. Or if you need to make a payment just to the business, you can go back here to no split. So that means that 100% of that payment will go to the business. So inventory items, you click over here and then you can select your inventory items. So you can add your item here and then you can change the quantity. You can change the price after the fact, even if you want to give like a discount. So yeah, that's basically all that the cashier can do. So you can filter this page, you can filter it by, payment link or other. You can filter by status here, and you can even filter by the contractor, and you can combine filters as well if you need to. So now I'm just going to quickly show you what the customer receives when you send an email through SplitSum. So you can see here it says receipt for payment to SplitSum. You submit a payment for £100 for T-shirt by Amanda. To view the Stripe receipt for this transaction, use the link below. So now we're back here. You can see the cashier account is active, and if you want to make any changes, you can edit the account here. Once it's created, you can only change the name, and then if you want to delete it, you can delete it here. So if you click edit here on main user, this is your user details. So you can change those settings there. These are also found in my account. So that's where it takes you back to. If you want to change your business settings, you can do so down here. So the business settings are only used in the invoice. But you can click edit here. And you can add all those details if you'd like to add that context to your invoice. And then if you want to cancel your account, you can do that here. Your account will close at the end of the billing cycle. So this will tell you the end of the billing cycle, and all of your accounts will close. So the contractor accounts and the cashier accounts will close. So if we go to payments and billing, you can see the tier that I'm subscribed to, and it says the next payment due. So this is basically when the 14-day free trial ends. I'll be charged for my first month. If I want to change my subscription, I can do so over here. And you would go through and you'd select the tier that you want. If you're downgrading, it happens at the next billing cycle. If you upgrade, it happens immediately. Billing address, this is the same organization details. You can add this here as well. Payment method is active. I'm not going to disconnect it, but if you disconnect it, you can then re-add another credit card. And your invoices will appear down here every month. And you can download a PDF. So Stripe settings, obviously we went through this already. You don't need to look at this again. It's all set up. We don't need to do this. So now we go devices and locations. We've already gone through these in the point of sale part of this, but generally once you have this set up, you don't need to do it again. But you can add your device here. You can add your locations here or import them from Stripe if you already have them. Um, I'm just going to quickly do that so you can see what it looks like. So if I click import, you can see they've been synced automatically. If you refresh, you can see them in there. And if you want to enable tips, you just tick that on there. And you can see that it's 10, 15%, 20%, or 25%, and the entire tip will go to the contractor. If there's a split, if there's no split, the business gets all of it. So now I'm going to show you the dashboard. So this is only for the admin account. And at the top here, you can see today's activity. So you can see the gross volume there, all the transactions and the amount, and then the collected fees. So that's the amount that I've collected from the contractors. And then you can see this little pie chart here which with each transaction. Now below here you can see collected fees. So these will start tallying up the fee that you've collected from each contractor for each month. So right now we're in February, so these are the fees that we've collected from this contractor for this month. And it'll list each contractor, it'll show you the total, and then in the donut chart, it'll show you a chart of each contractor and the amount that they've earned for you. I love this personally because I love to be able to just look at a glance and see what's happening with my business, generally what the contractors are earning. You obviously, if you have stuff that's not split, it won't show in collected fees because it's not a collected fee, but this is just gives you a good idea of what's going on. So that's it. That's your comprehensive guide to SplitSum. If you made it all the way to the end, congratulations. If you still have questions about anything, just contact us at info@splitsum.co and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thanks for watching.